Hi, how y'all doing? It is Saturday, the 20th of April, 2024. So, here in Ontario, Canada, it was cloudy on the rise, but it's still cloudy, but the skies, there's blue spots you can see, right? Really low, straight line clouds. So, we're being observed, or they're cloaking the sky for some reason because they're doing stuff up there, right? Yeah. I don't know what the Schumann is. It hasn't been posted yet today. Not that I've noticed, anyway. Um, when I decided to go to bed last night, I looked at the clock and it was 11:11, and I was like, "Okay, right." I went to bed. I thought that was different. It's happened to me a couple of times this year, so I'm in alignment for something, right? Yeah. Got up in the rise. Felt pretty good today. I think the Schumann's probably somewhere around what it was yesterday. I'm not sure. And I don't know how to find out unless it gets posted. So yeah, same as when I woke up. No, it was when I was going to laying there, right? I kind of like do a little meditation before I go to sleep. I give my thanks to the source and to the ancestors and stuff like that, right? And I just ask for protection for my loved ones and nature kind and for Gaia, and yeah, that kind of thing. So yeah, um, but I was thinking about the UFO thing for some reason. It came to my mind, right? And the ancestors. And then I remember hearing a couple people saying, it's the videos last year, that we could bring our loved ones that transitioned back. And I was like, why would you want to do that? They got out of here, right? Like after this bullshit is over. And then I was thinking, I wonder if they've got that. I think that's wrong. And then the next thought was, what if the ancestors, the people that we love, that have transitioned, that have passed, left this realm, this earth plane, are in the ships? What if they're in the ships, right? Because I've heard so many different theories about it, that they could be us from our future selves or whatever come back, right? What if they're the people that transition? Because there is no death. This is just a spacesuit, right? We move on to a different one. We're back to where we can just be us without a spacesuit. What if the ancestors, the people have left, are in the spaceships, right? Wouldn't that be surprising, right? Just something to think about, I thought. And it makes me happy. It kind of resonates with me, right? So, hmm, 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 hmm. So yeah, different, right? For sure. What else did I write down? Oh, the internet is Sophia, the android, right? That they have. She's the internet. She is AI, right? Everything that we do on here, you say, hi, Sophia, right? I always look at it as being male for some reason. I suppose because it's patriarch rule in the world throughout the Pisces age for the last, 2,000 years. Now it's gone back to the matriarch. But yeah, Sophia, right? An android. Different. I should just call her Sophia instead of calling it the internet or calling it AI, right? Weird. I haven't done much today. Just sitting around. My son has his friend, ex-girlfriend, whatever. I think they're boyfriend and girlfriend again, right? She stayed over last night, and her friend just came over, and she's discovered that she's an alcoholic. They're young, eh? They're only like 25-year-olds. That she's an alcoholic, and she was sitting there, and I was listening to them while I was making my dinner because they're in my kitchen. in my dining room. And I told her, she's trying to figure out what she can do. She doesn't want to do this because I shoot swords with my mouth, right? And she was saying that she didn't like this about it. She didn't like this about it, about being a drunk, right? I said, yeah, and when you act like that, aren't you just the prize? You're the prettiest girl in the room. Every guy wants to take you home to meet their mother, right? And my son was like, Mom, that's so mean. I said, what, the truth? I said, I apologize if it hurts, but it's the truth. And he was like, yeah, right? A man doesn't want to, have the most drunkest woman at the bar or the party. Like, come on, sweetie, we're gonna go home and your marriage, you're soulmate material. Let's do this, right? I'll take you home to meet my mom and dad. No, they don't, right? You're just good to fuck. That's all, right? Because you don't know. You share your energy with anybody, right? So they talked about it a little bit longer, and I told her they were giving her ideas, right, on what else she could do because she's a creature of habit. She quit hard drugs. Like I guess she was doing some hard drugs, and she quit that and she turned to alcohol, right? And she's like, I reward myself. And I said, yeah, I'll have a drink of this poison, sure. Who cares what fucks my kidney and my liver? Give me a couple shots of that every fucking day, right? First thing in the morning, yeah, right? And she was like, yeah, that's true, right? And he was saying, oh, you know what my mom said? How my mom helped me stop drinking and get off pills or shit? And she was like, what? And he says, she taught me how to microdose mushrooms. And I was like, yeah. She goes, I got mushrooms. I was like, you got mushrooms? Right? Dottie's like, you don't have to yell, Mom. I was like, I've been looking for some mushrooms for 2 years. Right? I said, I just want a gram. Sell me a gram. She goes, yeah, I got it. Oh, she goes, I'll sell you a gram. And she says, and you can show me how to microdose them. I was like, yeah, no problem. Right? Anything that helps. I told her to start smoking marijuana. Right? Every time you wanted a drink, take a friggin' toke. Right? It puts your mind somewhere else. So, we're just giving her little hints on not to not to overuse stuff, right? Everything in moderation. If it's good, you don't need to drink the whole thing. Just have a sip, or whatever. But yeah, it's just what it is. My other son too phoned me up. My second one phoned me up, and he was drinking first thing in the rise. He called me around 8 o'clock, and yeah, I talked to him for a little bit, right? And I give him heck all the time. So I don't like it when you're drunk and you call me, right? We're not on the same wavelength. You're a narcissist when you're drinking, right? I love you. You're smart. You're good. You're an empath when you're sober. But as soon as you start drinking, you switch, right? And he was talking about a warrior. And I said, well, I raised you all to be warriors, right? And I said, right now, with the alcohol, every beer you drink, you're not being a warrior. You're being a pussy and a coward because you don't want to sit with yourself, think your thoughts, feel your feelings, which is shadow work, right? You have to grab that bottle and, stuff that shit back down because you're just too weak. You're a coward. You don't want to deal with it. I said, so you continue being a pussy and a coward, and when you sober up, you want to be a warrior again, call me. We'll talk because I love you, right? And I hung up on him because I have to, right? Or he'll just keep talking. I do love him, right? But he has to get rid of that evil alien parasite that's inside of him that craves alcohol, you know? Yeah, I have a different way of thinking about things. So yeah, more and more people too that are they didn't take the poison, the jab, right? Are noticing about the people that did take it that they are narcissists. They're trying to grab people by the ankle and drag them down into the gutter with them, right? They've said, yeah, I've been talking to them on Facebook, right? They're being like, yeah, I'm noticing that. And I said, yeah, I call them the Decepticons, right? This is the great deception. But yeah, people just go on thinking what you're all thinking, You'll find out. You will. It is what it is. Alright, it was snowing a little bit too earlier. Nothing on the ground, just in the air. Just for like, oh, I don't know, 20 minutes, right? The wind's cold. I've seen a robin today too. I've seen a flock of something. Some birds really up high, I couldn't tell what they were. But yeah, it's all good. Right? I'm having a good day. I am. They've done the sidewalks out front my house. All the machines and all their pylons and everything are gone. I went out and yelled at them. I seen them today, and I said, "Do you need me to move the truck? Because I parked it in my parking spot." He was like, "No." He says, "We'll be out of here today." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I didn't think you worked on the weekends. That's why I parked in the parking spot." And he was like, "Yeah, we work 7 days a week." I went, "Whoa." I said, "Well, hopefully you have a short day and an easy day." He said, "Thank you," right? And that was the end of that. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go watch YouTube. I'm able to focus today because the energy has changed. Did you notice it? I'm still vibrating though. I made a mistake and I went outside. Oh, excuse me, got itchy nose. I went outside to put some plants that I pulled out of the garden bed because I knew that they'd wreck it. You know, they were they were just doing a bunch of stuff out there, right? New boards around the gardens and stuff like that. So I put them in pots, and so I went out and got a shovel and I was digging the holes to put them back in because it's going to be like under -1 tonight for the next couple of nights. So the weather app that Sophia runs, right, says. So I put them back in, and when I was done, I got such a pain in my solar plexus, right? It changed my voice and everything. And I was like, oh my goodness, this hurts so much, right? I got almost made it upstairs, and I guess Donovan heard me. My son heard me. So he came and said, Mom, grab my hand. And I was like, no, I can't right now. I'm in too much pain. And he was like, I'm going to pull you up, right? So I put my hand out and he grabbed me and he pulled me up the rest of the stairs. He goes, okay, now you're up. Go sit down. So I did. And I said, I need you to come and press, push on my back again and see if I, got it just stuck out. And he was like, yeah, lay down. Friggin' it hurt. It was so uncomfortable. I laid down and he pushed on my back twice. I heard 2 snaps and the pain went away. Right? It was just amazing. My voice came back normal and everything. So, yeah, I'm grateful for that, right? I am. But I did say yesterday that, the energy is going to say, do stuff, do stuff, do stuff, right? And we're not supposed to. We're just supposed to rest and absorb the energy because our nerve is affecting our sympathetic nervous system and stuff like that, right? And here I am out shoveling, you know? So it got me, but not for very long. I was grateful my son was here so he could put my bone back in place or whatever it is, get that gas out of those discs or between the discs or something like that, right? So, yeah, I'm grateful for that. All right, other than that, I've just been sitting here thinking positive thoughts, manifesting good things, right? I have. It's because we're in a energy today. We are. All right, that's enough of that. I love you all as a consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.